future visualization. A renowned psychologist, Dr. Jordan Peterson, created a future authoring program. This program allows you to write down in detail the future you want for yourself in all aspects. What family situation you would want, what your social life looks like, what your career looks like, your health, etc., etc. They deployed this future authoring program at RSM actually, and the results were amazing. The average, the GPA of the students who used this future authoring program, their GPAs increased by 25%. And they also deployed the program in Canada and were able to decrease the dropout rate at a certain university by 50%. Why? If you formulate your own goals, the future you want, it changes you. It neurologically rewires you. Why? Because you suddenly have a clear purpose, something you are working towards, which justifies the struggles you go through, the challenges. You suddenly know what you're living for, essentially. That's seriously powerful. So what we're going to do now is, on a broad scale, try out this future authoring technique and try to visualize the future we would want for ourselves and try to tangibly notice it and visualize it so we know what it is. And a lot of people actually don't like to do this because you're kind of setting yourself up for failure or success. Because you draw a benchmark, you say, okay, well, I would like to live in a house with 2,000 square meters, so a big house. When you set that goal, you either succeed or you don't, and the risk of failing is quite terrifying to us. So a lot of people would actually rather not determine any goals and would rather just drift through life, because that way you never fail. You never had a goal, but you never fail. And failure is quite terrifying to us. So that's more, we may see that as a better option. But it's important to figure out the future you want, because again, it gives clarity and it gives you a purpose as a leader. So I want you to ask yourselves the following questions now and write down the answers to them, reflect on them. Where or what do you want to do as work, as career? Now, I don't mean what company, but what does the office look like? Are you working at home? Are you working with other people? Try and visualize it with your eyes. Reflect on that for a few minutes and then write it down. Second question, how do you spend your free time? Whilst you're not at work, you have time off, so you could be spending it how you want. Are you doing sport? Are you working on a side job, on a side project? Something that gives meaning to your life, maybe. Third question, what kind of people are around you? Now, this is very important because the people in your life prevent you from being lonely. They keep you, they are part of the narrative of your life, which is highly important. So maybe, do you have a partner? What kind of social life do you have? Are you hanging out with friends, etc.? And now, finally, who do you want to be as a leader? Do you want to be a parent, a father, a mother, a manager, a revolutionary? Whatever it is you want, choose it, write it down. So these are 4 questions I want you to reflect on and answer for yourselves. You choose it. What do you want? What would give your life a purpose? And try and visualize it. What would it look like? And then write down a sentence for each of these questions, like 4 answers, onto your leadership shield. All right? So let's do that now. You can scroll back to the questions I just asked, think about them, give yourself time, and then write it down on your leadership shield. What is a future you would want for yourself? Think about that. And think about it as somebody, think of the exercise as such. Treat the exercise as if you were setting up the future for someone you loved, someone you cared about. Think of it like that. What kind of a future would you want for them? And do that for yourself then. That's the future visualization exercise. Thanks for listening.